Bring that hot flame, you can't go to the tape.
Test 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh. Even though we did the wrong thing, my life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the fence. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court. Found the DC school, I swear it felt like I crawled on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and I started running fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. It's UPK until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But Swan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Had me crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash Preach not knowing it wouldn't last. Dear God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a danger. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a danger. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster.
Okay.
All right, man, let's get it. Shalom. Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Alatah Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. This is the ISUPK out of 125th Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana, man. First and foremost, as we do, you know what I'm saying, pay your tithes. Pay your tithes, man. 10% of any increase in earning that you receive, send it to the real priests and prophets of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like we do that. And I had a brother ask me like, man, why you know what I'm saying, you sending your money and you know you paying attention, why should I do that? Because, brother, for one, we the real priests and prophets of the Most High, for one. But how much money do you spend with the heathens that hate you to death? How much money do you spend with the Asians, the white man, the Arabs, the East Indians, the Africans? How much money do you spend with them people? Brother ask, you know what I'm saying? Like I spend so much, that's why I spend so much money on nonsense and garbage. Why not send my money into men who was actually out here putting their life on the line for blacks, Hispanics, and natives? Right. Nobody else is. Right. Why not put my money out there, you know what I'm saying, for brothers who actually housing and feeding and clothing brothers and sisters in you know what I'm saying, of the black, Hispanic, and native descent, man, of the 12 tribes. Why not do? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Why you not doing? When you didn't, you know what I'm saying, spend your money with the Arabs and the Asians all in their stores, you know what I'm saying, getting your woman's toes and nails done with the Asians, buying all type of weave, buying the liquor from everybody, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Be realistic about this thing. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Our records is, we proven out here. You know what I'm saying? We are proven. We ain't been, you know what I'm saying, can't nobody come up against us. They get body bagged on, you know what I'm saying, like we do on Cross the Line. It's over. It's undeniable that the Lord is with the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, man.
That's right.
This thing is undeniable, man. It's undeniable that we actually out here doing this work daily, 24/7, day and night, like the scriptures say. We meditating on this thing day and night, figuring out ways day and night, you know what I'm saying, how to destroy this white man who is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? We doing this thing. So for that brother to ask that question, why? You know, why would I send, you know, why should I send tithes into the ISUPK? Why should I go on, you know, ISUPK.com and send them tithes in? You know what I'm saying? Because we actually out here doing this work. And when you was in the Christian church, how much of your money was you giving to that disgusting pastor who was having sex with the women in the church? And the man in the church, molesting the children in the church. How much was you giving to them? And they weren't going all over the country and outside the country doing the work of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And for you homosexuals and uneducated and brother without the truth, who talking about tithes is vegetables and corn, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and fruits and vegetables. Send that in too. Send it in. You ain't sent a can of beans in, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't care about black people. You really don't care at all about our people. And you are trying to find an excuse for your lack of doing anything at all. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? But you spending all your money on nonsense and ain't helping the brother and sister in the truth, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. All right? But that, you know what I'm saying? That was a sidebar because I just got that question. You know what I'm saying? And, what that thing grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, excuse me, man? Like, but our people are destroyed, man, for a lack of knowledge. And that's what was really going on with that, brother. So that was for you. You said you was going to watch and tune in and see for your answer to be expounded on. But with that, man, we're going to get into it. All right? We're going to get into it, man. Like I said, this whole time, this month of December, you know what I'm saying, we are in the Feast of Dedication spirit. You know what I'm saying? This whole month, we are in the spirit of the Most High. And in that spirit, we are destroying every lie and deceit that's been given concerning this month, according to the, Christ, Yahweh Shah, who you even really call Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? We debunking all the lies. This supposed to be the time of his birth, and we debunking all that. Earlier this week you seen us destroying that immaculate conception theory. Lie, what I'm gonna call it, that lie that was put out there. You know what I'm saying? Because they know you do enough studying and enough research, and you'll find out that they know it's a lie, but they put it in there to pacify the people who wanted to celebrate certain wicked holidays and things like that. I like to call them hella days, me personally. That's just my thing. You don't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't celebrate the high holy days. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they really wanted to do that thing, man. But yeah, we're going to continue that same spirit because we are in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? We are in the spirit of the Most High, the Holy Spirit, which is separate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you look at that word holy up, it means to be separate or set apart. Right. You know what I'm saying? But before I get into it, if anybody got any questions before we get going, any questions at all? You know what I'm saying? If you have any questions online, you know what I'm saying, you can definitely type your questions in and we'll try to get to them, Lord willing. You know what I mean? If not, we'll definitely, address them on the next show. All right. So so this is the pagan Christmas time. And people probably don't understand why I say pagan, but Christian Christmas time, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, this was a time that was taken to pacify the Christians, to pacify the pagans, to celebrate and become Christians. You know what I'm saying? This is that time that it's one of those things, those hybrid, I like to call them hybrid holidays that was put in where they mixed a little bit of paganism in, a little bit of Christianity in, and boom, you got Christmas. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into a little bit today to kind of show a couple articles, scriptures and everything that kind of shows, that this time of the year, this Christmas spirit, this disgusting holiday, don't cause nothing but pain for our people. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes against the Lord. That's why this is one of the most depressing times of the year. Right. Some of the most suicide happens at this time because people are trying to go out there and spend all their money on Christmas presents that they can't afford. Right. They out here robbing people and they out there selling dope and doing everything else, going to jail. And people are depressed. They baby daddy just went to jail with the whole rent money that he was trying to flip. Now the mama don't have no money. He just went to jail with the whole check. You know what I'm saying? Or got killed with the whole rent money check. You know what I'm saying? That he was trying to flip for you to get the kids Christmas presents. You know what I'm saying? It's a disgusting time that's filled with a lot of death and things like that. But that's not by coincidence. Celebrating in the wintertime when that was a time of death, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the cattle was being destroyed at that time because they didn't want to feed the cattle. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into the scripture about all that. But you know what I'm saying, it was, what I'm saying, the winter's long nights, you know what I'm saying, no daylight because of that time, in the winter months, And but we're gonna get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? Did you come up on that article? All right. All right. Hey, shalom, Lord Christ, soldier. Soldier Jamal. You know what I'm saying? let's so yeah, we're gonna get into an article. You know what I'm saying, just to get some history. We like to, you know what I'm saying, do some history and things like that. Like I said, the Bible is enough. But we know that for some of you Christians out there, you know what I'm saying, you need, you want some things besides the Bible to back up the Bible, which the Bible don't need to be backed up. You know what I'm saying? But we'll do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy work, it's light work. You know what I'm saying? It's no sweat, as we say in the UPK. You got that?
Yeah, no good.
All right, let's get it. So this article here, we getting into we going into some of the lies about Christmas and about why we do certain things on Christmas, the rituals that shows you clearly that you are worshiping a God. You're not worshiping the God of that you think you might be worshiping in the Christian church, that they lied to you to say that was a God of the Bible. That's not what you're worshiping. You're worshiping a lot of different things, but we're gonna get into it. So this article right here, you know what I'm saying? This you can go into, what is it called? The Mystery Bible. Yeah, what did it say again?
MysteryBabylon.org.
Right. So this is this is way back in Babylon times. If you have read the Bible, this is way before Christ. You know what I'm saying? These stories and things that came up about what I'm saying, and you will see the correlation of a lot of these things, and it'll debunk a lot of the garbage that you think that you are doing when you're celebrating Christmas. So let's get a little bit of that.
Come. The Christmas connection. We discovered the vast amount of pagan elements contained in the holiday of Easter.
Right. So, I said Easter, if you watch some of our earlier videos, you will hear a lot about Easter. You know what I'm saying? Before this time, Easter came before it. And you will find out that, Easter bunnies don't lay eggs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bunnies don't lay eggs. And so you'll find out that time of the year is the significance of the egg. Like, if you will make a bunny represent eggs and all that, well, what's the significance of the egg? Because that represents fertility. Okay? And about that time, you know what I'm saying, in the Easter time, Estar, you know how they pronounce it? Estar?
Yeah,
Estar, you know what I'm saying? Easter is what it came to be known as, is a god that they worshiped that was supposed to have birth, Nimrod, or whatever, the rebirth. Right. Okay, yeah. So the birth of Nimrod or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The back then the Antichrist, you know what I'm saying? And she said that she was, you know what I'm saying, she had heard the stories of a prophet, a Messiah that was supposed to come and save the people. And you know what I'm saying, this is when I say she, a ceramicist, you know what I'm saying, who became known as Star, you know what I'm saying, that was that whole thing. You know what I'm saying, to push this agenda. It was really to keep herself relevant at the time, to keep their God relevant. And this is the heights that they went to make sure that happened. And this is something serious, so for the people that say, well, it don't matter, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? We just putting up a Christmas tree. We're gonna show you, this person went through so many lengths to worship their God because it was a big deal.
Right.
If it wasn't a big deal, we wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, praying. Because it ain't a big deal. Why pray to God? Why, so why celebrate the Christmas that you think you celebrating of the birth of Christ if it ain't a big deal? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a big deal to you to celebrate the birth of your Savior because that's what you think. Because that's a big deal. Go ahead.
And Salakia, another way you can tell that it's a big deal, because if you go in there and say, I don't celebrate Christmas, then people is all flabbergasted, like, what?
Right.
Why not?
Like, you don't love Jesus?
Right.
Like you don't love it. They say, no, actually Christmas have nothing to do with Jesus at all. And we're going to get it. So let's get back into it. If you want to read along the mysteries of Babylon, you know what I'm saying, go into this article to get it, man. Or, if you're watching this, go grab this article. And, you know what I'm saying, and get it. All right.
Okay. We've also noticed the obvious pagan afflictions in Halloween.
Right. Of course, obvious, that has nothing to do with the Lord. But we ain't going to get, that'll send us off a whole nother journey. But that's another class. We'll do that too. Go
and
ahead.
believe it or not, we'll now see how the holiday of Christmas might indeed contain a good deal of pagan elements as well. As most of us know, Christmas is the celebration of a birthday, but whose for sure? Could it have been Jesus? Or could it have been someone a lot older and a lot more pagan? Interestingly enough, the date of Christmas is approximately 9 months after the time of the Easter pagan celebration.
Right. So, Easter, like I said, it's a pagan thing, and we know Christianity comes from the Romans. You know what I'm saying? The Roman Catholic Church, that's what they call it. The Pope that they love so much, who's molesting everybody and everything. You know what I mean? So it comes from that time. You got something?
Uh,
Go ahead.
the sister want to know where can she find the article?
What is it again?
It's mystery-babylon.org.
Right, you can go there, you know what I'm saying, mystery-babylon.org, or Google it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, at the end of the day, just Google all if you want to read along with us. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a really, really good article. Like I said, you can't believe everything in it. They're gonna try to push this. Don't believe everything in the damn, article. Go ahead.
I can post the link later.
Yeah, okay then, brother. We can post the link into the chat later. But you know what I'm saying? It does put out a lot of real facts, and like a lot of the paganness that we're speaking of. They put some truth and some falsehoods in it. You know what I'm saying? And so, just like I said, get counsel about it. You know what I'm saying? If you have any questions that seem to throw you off. But so we in the article. So keep going.
9 months. Does this sound like something familiar?
Right. So 9 months after Easter represents fertility. That's where the eggs come from. The woman has, her, that cycle, that whole thing with the woman and her eggs being fertilized. That's why the egg has nothing to do with a bunny, because it's not about the bunny. It's really about the eggs. It's on Easter. That's why the eggs it's the Easter egg hunt and the decorating the eggs. It's that whole holiday, But that leads up until like 9 months after that, you get around Christmas time, which, we know how birth goes, 9, 10 months, you have a baby. So around Christmas time, this is when this Antichrist was supposed to have been born according to these traditions. Okay? So we keep going.
We also know from the Easter connection that Easter was first considered to be the celebration of a conception. Following that train of logic, could Christmas then be the celebration of a pagan birth?
Right. Could it? You know what I'm saying? He asked him a question, like, could it be? Like, it's not so far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? It's not so far-fetched that this could be that when we know, you know what I'm saying, that Christ, you know what I'm saying, wasn't born in the winter months. And we're going to get into the scriptures to show it. So just stay with us. We're going to get into the scriptures to show that it talks about in the Bible how he wasn't born in winter months at that time of the year. Keep going.
9 or so months after this time, possibly. And if this could be so, might this holiday be, in actuality, the commemoration of a birth of some pagan, Babylonian god, not the Son of God?
Right, not the Son of God. Some Babylonian god that was way before. This is something that, in the Babylonian time before Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That this day was out there and this thing came about. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand what we are worshiping. You know what I'm saying? What we are doing, the rituals of some of the things that we are doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a ritual behind it. It's a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason that the tree gets the gifts. You know what I'm saying? Before the family. The tree gets the gifts first.
Right.
And people never stop to think, like, why did the tree get the gifts? When you can wake up in the morning, if it was all about the gifts, you could just get up in the morning and give the gifts.
Right.
But no, it's a ritual. It's a worship of it. You got to give the gifts to the tree. You see what I'm saying? But we're going to get it. We ain't going to go too far, but we're going to show you why and how serious that thing is, man. Of why you are giving the gifts to the tree first. Before the family, before anybody opens a gift, before your son, your husband, anybody else, you decorating the tree and you giving the tree the gifts first. Right. The tree gets the damn gift.
Right.
Why is that? It's not a coincidence. It's by design. All right, keep going.
We've already understood the role Nimrod and the sun god had on Easter and Halloween.
Right.
Interestingly enough, in this time of birth, we'll discover even more about the pagan sun god, his viceroy, Nimrod or Tammuz, and one more date to be remembered and embraced as part of this all. Apparently, as we see above, changes were about to take place in the ancient Roman Empire. This would be shortly before the time they were to adopt Christian values and behaviors as their own.
Right, so things was changing. You know what I'm saying? A new regime was coming in. Changes was going to have to happen, but they want to pacify some people. You know what I'm saying? And so things was going to change, but they wanted to make it so it would be less problems. We gonna make everybody happy is what they was going to try to do. All right, keep going.
Come. All right. We see that in the year 274, after the Roman emperor declared the god named Vitus as the official deity,
No, keep going.
December 25th, could this particular date have originated with more of a pagan tone here as well?
Right, so yeah, keep going. We'll get it.
Did this December birthday originate as a celebration of the sun god's victory, Tammuz, not anything Christian?
Right, and so Tammuz, that was another name for Nimrod. You know what I'm saying? Another name for Nimrod. They call him the sun god. And you know what I'm saying? And then, like we always say, the sun god.
Right.
Well, when you don't go to church on the Sabbath like it should be. When do they go to church? On the what?
Sunday.
The Sunday,
Right.
the sun god day, because it's pagan. And they're going to keep on sprinkling it in on you. It's the sun god's day. That's why you even go to church on a Sunday, because of Nimrod. You know what I'm saying? This God. It's not about Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you count it out, everybody knows the first day of the week, whether it's a Sunday.
Right.
It's the first day of the week, not the seventh day.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? It's Sunday, Monday, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole song, they do everything.
Right.
Like if you do the 7 days, the seventh day, the rest day, the Sabbath day, is on the Saturday, the seventh day.
Right.
But we'll get it, keep going.
Many who understand religious history know that in the early 4th century, Emperor Constantine,
yeah. Constantine, keep going.
Constantine.
He's the brother with the brother. It's Constantine. I know y'all heard the name. A lot of the fake shows that's out there, But keep going.
I mess up that all the time. Became the emperor of Rome, who allowed Christianity to flourish for the first time, and eventually Rome would be adopting it as their official religion. Yet overall, things didn't seem to change very much in the empire itself. It seems, as we'll see, this proclamation really didn't seem to change what the pagan populace would think about their pagan gods at first, far from it.
So we're going to skip this because, they got some images that I would want to show to explain the next one. So we'll just go skip down that from the green and go to the next one.
Come. We see, by looking at an actual coin of the approximate.
Go to the next one. That's why I said we can't.
Oh, okay.
Until we can show that coin. You know what I'm saying? I would like to show it.
Seems Christian.
We see under the coin.
Yeah, that's where I was at. We see by looking at it.
I mean, after that. So.
After that, when it says seems this Christian.
Come.
Seems this Christian holiday definitely does have a pagan foundation and really didn't lose it that much. But what about today? Are more pagan elements around in our modern celebration of Christmas? Did they eventually disappear? And what's this above? Celebration of Saturnalia. First, Saturnalia was an ancient pagan festival which began each year around December 17th. It extended all the way to the day of December 25th.
Right, so this is when, like I said, that switch that happened. Saturnalia was their day, you know what I'm saying? But to pacify the Romans, you know what I'm saying? There's a saying out there, it says, when in Rome, do what the Romans do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Christianity took that spirit on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they did with the Roman Catholic Church. They That's where Christianity comes from.
Right.
All right, keep going.
On the actual 25th, the holiday became known as the Brumalia, the sun's or revived sun's birthday, and at the conclusion of this festival, Roman authorities believed they could destroy most of the forces of darkness and evil if they celebrated it the right way, of course. So, if we think about it, why would almost anyone in charge want to erase all of this working order? Just for the sake of some up-and-coming faith of Christianity.
Right. So that's what that was all about, to keep going. So we're going to just, for time's sake, we're going to drop down to so.
So now, we are beginning to see that the birthday of December 25th was at first celebrated as that of the reborn, pagan god of Babylon, Nimrod, or Tammuz. And as one could guess, this practice must have spread beyond this early time of Babylon to the rest of the ancient world. And this, of course, includes ancient Rome. Just as with the holidays of Easter and Halloween, new names would be inserted for these original gods of Babylon.
Right. So they wanted to keep their gods. You know what I'm saying? People who, like I said, you see how we love the Most High? You see how we worship the Most High? We see how we, stop becoming whole different people. But the people who is not of us, you know what I'm saying? They want to keep their gods as well. They want to continue to worship their gods. And they being the most subtle beast of the field.
Right.
They will swindle him in. All right, keep going.
According to each empire or nation which adopted it, and just like Easter and Halloween, this festival also seemed connected to the cycles in nature, such as the changing of the seasons. So, as one could guess, it's just another part of this same founding Babylonian story of old. In ancient Rome, however, the time was coming for Christianity to be on an upswing.
Right. So Christianity was coming. You know what I'm saying? Christianity, when Christianity wasn't no sweet thing, they was killing people. Like if you wasn't being Christian, you was getting murdered for not being a Christian. Like it wasn't nothing that you could just, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to pay for not being a Christian. Like it was just as rough and militant as Islam and everything else. When they conquered people, they want to push on them their cultures and beliefs. Go ahead.
And as one could guess, competition would spring between these pagan ways of old and something new. Survival was in order. By looking at all of the above, almost anyone could conclude Christmas wasn't originally Christ's day, but a amalgamation of sorts. Christians shell, pagan underbelly.
Underbelly.
Underbelly. And what about some of the other famous elements of this day, such as the Christmas tree?
Right. And so that's what we're going to get into now. So just the whole idea of Christmas and the 25th day, like that whole thing is pagan. That's their god of fertility, being in the spring months, as a star, getting pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And then having given birth on this day around that time, 9 months later from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you be wondering, like, man, and a lot of people don't know. A lot of people grow up thinking that bunny rabbits lay eggs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so bad that a lot of our children, if you ask them today, they would tell you they would believe that bunny rabbits lay eggs.
Right.
Because it's so connected, it's so ingrained in them. You know what I'm saying? Like bunny rabbits and eggs, because they wanted to put it out there, but they didn't want to take away the point of the celebration, which was fertility, which was for the birth and the conception of their Antichrist, of Nimrod.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. So now we're finna get into the Christmas tree, like we were just speaking about earlier. So this whole Christmas tree aspect, you know what I'm saying, that why does the Christmas tree get the gifts? I don't know if anybody has ever asked themselves that question, like, Why do we, like my mom back in the day used to go grab the real Christmas tree. I'm talking, we used to be picking up thorns, little
Right.
Christmas out the house,
I
man.
remember
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
I remember
Like
that.
stepping on it like it was a real, we had to water that joint, you know what I'm saying? When it was there, like it ain't like now, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just the ritual of it with the fake Christmas tree that you box up in a little box and put away for next year. But it's still the same thing. It's still the same ritual. You know what I'm saying? Showing that you're showing your allegiance to that God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, like still to this day, Christmas trees are still booming. 21,000. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get they talk about 21,000. And there's some tree growers that still grow Christmas trees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it takes like 15 years for them to be ready to sell. So this is a family business. You know what I'm saying? Something that's going to stand the test of time.
You talking about the evergreen tree?
The evergreen tree.
Yeah,
That's
thanks,
right.
yeah.
Growing up the evergreen tree. I called it the Christmas tree, but the evergreen tree is the Christmas tree. All right. So that business is a family, you know what I'm saying? That family is knows how important it is to worship this God. Like
Right.
there was a serious thing and it never went away.
Right.
To worship the god Nimrod, you know what I'm saying? The ceramicist of who was commonly known, as Estar, as Estar, whatever.
Right.
All right, let's keep going.
Come. Since blocked off on this website.
Oh really?
Picture.
Oh, the Christmas tree picture.
Yeah, it's blocking words.
All right, so maybe we'll say that. It's blocking a couple words. White man is the devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Before I
don't
get
want
to
to bring
the
the
picture,
truth out. Like,
Yeah, before I get to the picture though, are they Christian or something more? Where did this come from? Probably the most famous image that comes to mind when one thinks of the Christmas holiday is the Christmas tree.
right, that
But
Christmas
why,
tree. Keep going.
but why does the holiday merit us to put up a tree? What do trees have to do with Christ?
Right. What does trees have to do with Christ? And these are like, what does that have to do with Christ and the birth? Like, there was nothing about that in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? His birthday wasn't in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The date of his birth wasn't in there. But the time, like, because anybody with common sense knows the time. And we're gonna get the scriptures to prove that the time of his birth wasn't in the winter.
Right.
Just if you want to go by the scripture. So we're gonna get into it, but we're gonna go through this article real quick. You know what I'm saying? For the people who needs, you know what I'm saying, other things besides the Bible. You know, this for
Common
them.
sense.
Keep going. You said say it again?
Common sense.
Right.
But why does the holiday merit us to put up a tree? What does trees have to do with Christ?
What does trees have to do with Christ? Absolutely nothing. Keep going.
Or with his death,
Right.
burial, and resurrection? The answer, most probably, nothing.
Look, the answer most probably, his
Nothing.
death, the Christmas tree has nothing to do with nothing. So why do we do it? If the Christmas tree has nothing to do with his death, his resurrection, his birth, nothing at all, why are we doing this Christmas tree? What is the significance of this tree? It has to have a deeper meaning because you have to have that tree.
Right.
Right.
Keep going.
But what, if anything, would putting up a tree do with pagan beliefs or pagan gods?
Right, now we're going to get into them pagans, just like us. Like, people were like, why y'all on this lamb? Like, they asked the Hebrew, like, you got to have lamb? Like, we got to have lamb. We got to have the lamb today.
Right.
It's the Passover, we got to eat some lamb,
Right.
and some unleavened, we got to do it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's of the Lord. Like, that's how, it's because it's a serious thing. Just like that tree is a serious thing if you're worshiping another God.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, like, the implications of this thing. You know what I'm saying? And you, in any common sense thing, like, you got to just think common sense. You got you a woman, you know what I'm saying? You got you a family, like, hey, I come in the house, I want to, I want to hug and a kiss. When I come in, hey, babe, how you doing? Hug, kiss. What if you stop getting that hug? Like, do that mean maybe she don't love me no more? You know what I'm saying? Like, you in it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you or something, like, small gestures is what I'm trying to prove a point to.
Right.
Like, those small gestures to their God. That small gesture to their God, they fought to keep that. Just like, like if your woman stopped doing those small gestures, to you. You know what I'm saying? If you've been for 25 years getting hugs and kisses every time you walked in the house, and all of a sudden the hugs and kisses just stopped. You don't get a hug and kiss no more when you walk in the door. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like you know what I mean? Like, she ain't left you. You know what I'm saying? She's still in there. The dinner still cooked. The children still taken care of. She's still in there. You might even still get some sex and everything else. You know what I'm saying? But, man, usually for 25 years, I've been getting that hug and kiss on the walk-in. You know what happened to that? Oh, look, it could mean something deeper. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It could mean something, man. And so we gotta pay attention, like you said, like they just said. This is them. Like I wanted to put it on them first, because then we're gonna make it go to sleep with the scriptures. So first we're gonna put it on them.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put them completely to sleep with these scriptures in a minute.
Right.
So Lockie, keep going.
The answer, most probably everything. Let's see.
Most probably what?
Most probably.
Most probably what?
Everything.
Everything. This is them. Like it might have everything to do with it. This damn truth.
Right.
It might have everything to do with pagan everything. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Let's see. Obviously, we see the Christmas tree really comes from an old Babylonian fable, telling of the evergreen tree, which sprang out of a dead tree stump.
Out of a what?
A dead tree stump.
Remember that, a dead tree stump. Keep going.
This obviously symbolizes dead Nimrod, and the new evergreen tree symbolized how he had come to life again as the reborn, unconquered God.
Right. So a dead tree stump. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to get into it. They're talking about how some of his blood was supposedly Nimrod's blood when he was killed. You know what I'm saying? By Shem, Shem them and killed him. And some of his blood went into this tree. You know what I'm saying? This evergreen tree. That's why it seems that the evergreen tree don't die, because Nimrod's blood was in it. This is from back in Babylonian times, right after the flood, like, you know what I'm saying? Ancient times. And so they saying that Nimrod's blood went into this evergreen tree. That's why it survives through the winter. You find evergreen trees in dead of winter, green, everything. And so that's what she did. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Being the cunning, you know what I'm saying, son of Esau or daughter of Esau that she was, you know what I'm saying, to concoct something like this. Keep going.
Come. It clearly seems that a tree, especially a evergreen, was a pagan symbol of the God born on this day. And since the evergreen tree never seemed to look as though it dies, because it says green all winter. So like it stays green all winter.
Right.
It became the perfect symbol of a martyred God.
Say that again.
Martyred God.
It became the what?
A martyred God.
It became the perfect what?
Martyred God.
No. Huh? It became the perfect.
Because it stays green all winter, it became the perfect symbol.
The perfect what?
Symbol.
The perfect symbol of a what?
Of a martyred God.
Of a martyred God. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's a symbol of the God Nimrod. It's that symbol. It means something just to show, to keep that power going, keep it strong. You know what I'm saying? It became a symbol of that. Just like we hate that Nazi flag or any symbol that represents something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a symbol. Keep going.
Reborn on this day. Now we also have the connection of this holiday to the season of winter, because Nimrod reborn was said to have come out of the underworld, a place of the dead, similar to the dark, death-like surroundings of the cold of winter.
Right.
Gives up.
So, in the wintertime, like it's a lot of death going on. Like, it was a time where the farmers, they just, killed all their calves and just had meat. We're going to kill these guys because we can't feed them. They got all the calves, they had to kill them all. Kill all the calves, chop up the meat, now they got meat through the winter. Because how you going to feed your calves through the winter months? Because ain't no greenery growing like that. You know what I mean? So they used to kill them all. It was time of that. People just used to die off in that time if you didn't have a good harvest. If you didn't have nothing to hold you over through the winter. It was a time of death. You know what I'm saying? It's a little show, you know what I'm saying, out there. What's that?
The Christmas lights.
No, just that show that just went off talking about the wintertime. The famous show. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, right.
Yeah.
The Game of Thrones, they was dreading the winter months in that movie. You know what I'm saying? In that show. If you ever watched the Game of Thrones, they was dreading that winter because it's like in the winter, death happens. Like ain't no, you know, this is how we eat. Like, you know, if you ain't got cattle, if you ain't got something to hold you over through the winter months, it's tight on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I'm saying? That's what that time of death, that time is when their God was said to thrive and be reborn at a time when nothing is reborn, a time when everything dies. Keep going. You done with you got it back or?
Nah, it's like I'm doing two things at once. Multitasking orders.
Yeah. All right. Well, no. If you can get that back,
Okay,
get that back if you can.
All right.
But because I want to give you something else. But yeah.
All right, I got it.
So keep going.
Again, we see it all comes from a pagan origin. With all this paganism about, could the Bible have a little something to say about the use of plants such as this? In these ways, yes, the Christmas tree, interestingly enough, may have been among those pagan elements condemned by the word of God. Let's see how. The prophet Jeremiah wrote.
Hold on. The prophet, okay. The prophet Jeremiah wrote. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to get into. Some of the scriptures, because it's undeniable. You got to go to the Lord. Even the article had to go into what the Lord said.
Right.
Like, you know, come on, man. Like, what is going on? What is all this thing about the Christmas tree? So go ahead and grab Jeremiah, 10:1 real quick. You know what I'm saying? Read a little bit ahead of where you just got to read that part again.
Come. Again, we see it all comes from a pagan origin. With all this paganism about, could the Bible have a little something to say about the use of plants such as this in these ways? Yes, the Christmas tree.
Right. So we're going to get into it. Now we're going to get into the scriptures. Okay? We just read articles to show you, for you people who need some facts from the white man. You know what I'm saying? Because this Bible has nothing to do with the white man. You know what I'm saying? So if you need some facts from the white man and show you that, what they doing was garbage, that was that. But if you could, get with me to Jeremiah 10:1. And we're going to get into the scriptures to show you that this Christmas tree was garbage. And hold that article, because we'll get back. We got some more on that. All right, come on.
Come. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn what?
Not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen, thus says the Lord. And we know that whole Christmas thing was heathen and pagan practices. The pagans are heathens. All right? Keep going.
Okay. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
And be not dismayed at the things that they have you worshiping, the sun god. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping the sun god. That's the signs of heaven. The things that's up above in the heavens. The sun god they want you to worship on Sundays. That's why they got you in there on Sundays. Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Because that's where that whole thing come from. The reason you go to church on Sundays is because of the sun god. All right? Keep going.
Okay. For the heathen are dismayed at them.
For what?
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
For the heathens are dismayed at them. They are terrified by him. They are in shock by him. Like, they feel like if they don't, they don't follow those guys, they're going to die.
Right.
You know what I mean? They feel they worried about their life. They worried about their well-being if they don't follow that. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Okay. Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain.
Because the customs of the people are vain. Vain means they mean nothing. So then the reason, and this don't come from nothing. Back in those times when they was worshiping Nimrod in that tree, they didn't nicely ask them to worship that. It wasn't a nice thing. She said Nimrod's blood flowed into that tree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we can get that from you, people who don't want to believe the Bible. We can get some of those facts. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Some of those things from the white man if you need that. But she said some of his blood flowed into that evergreen tree. And you know, so people had to bring gifts to that evergreen tree every year. That's why you give gifts to the tree. People every year, you know what I'm saying, all the time had to bring gifts to that tree. And if they didn't bring gifts to the tree, they would be sacrificed. And their heads would be hung on the tree like ornaments. That's where ornaments come from, on the tree. That's where that comes from. Because she, to keep this thing going, she had to put fear. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, they was dismayed at the signs of heaven, like of the sun God, and if they didn't worship him, what was going to happen? Like it was fear pumped into them. Look up the word dismayed, and you will see what it is. If they didn't worship, if they didn't bring them gifts to Nimrod, you know what I'm saying, like his mother/wife told them to do, their heads was chopped off and hanged on the tree as ornaments.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so they was dismayed. They was just terrified. They felt like they had to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you worship that tree. You know what I'm saying? To this day. Somebody, chopping off heads, hanging up, that might stand the test of time. It might make it out. You know what I'm saying? Because of the horror that went into it. To keep that tree significant in your mind. Like you said, we got coons to this day that still coons right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of what? Because they tied one of your legs and arms to donkeys and horses and ripped them apart in front of your church. Like those stories have stood the test of time. Why some of you coons are so terrified of white people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of you coons are terrified of white people because of the stories you heard about being hanged and castrated and tongues cut out and fed to alligators. You are terrified of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Just like back then, they chopped off heads and hung them on the tree of Nimrod. That's why the tree gets the gifts today. The tree gets the gifts. Think about that. You sit up all night working all day, then work so hard. You didn't work, then worked, and worked. And you tie up them gifts and you give them gifts to the tree before the baby you worked to make them $5 people.
Right.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? You got to really think about that. So let's just say if it ain't about, I just want to, if it's for the kids, that's what a lot of people, well, I just celebrate Christmas for the kids to get them some toys. All right. What the hell is the Christmas tree for then?
Right.
Get rid of the Christmas tree then at least. Get rid of that. If you ain't, get rid of, that worship of Nimrod. Take that out. Ain't no wrong with giving somebody a goddamn gift. I would rather you not do it on the 25th, on his birthday, on the day that they dedicated to him. But, you got to baby step with our people sometimes. Get rid of the tree. You know what I'm saying? Do the gifts on another day. Do something. Get away from the rituals that worships the God of, you know what I'm saying, Satan, the Antichrist, Nimrod, whoever you want to call it. Yeah. Get away from that thing then, man. Because that's what's going on. Think about why the ritual, why you give the tree the gifts first. You can just go sit the gifts in the goddamn living room with everybody's names on it. And they just come out in the morning and grab them. They just come out in the morning and grab the gifts. Get up, everybody get gifts, give them to the people. But you got to give the gifts to the tree first. Nimrod has to have the gifts or your head getting chopped off.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what has to happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's so really think about that, people. You know what I'm saying? Think about who are you worshiping? Why are you giving the tree the gifts? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep getting that scripture.
Come. For one, cutteth a tree out of the forest.
Read the scripture real quick so they know this is the Bible. So we just read the article. Now we in the Bible that you got on your nightstand, that you've been reading, and you talking about you love the Lord. I love the Lord. I follow the Bible. This is in your Bible, your King James Bible. Go pick it up. Go pick up your King James Bible and read these scriptures right here. Read from 10 and 1 real quick again from the top.
Come. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Which who spoke?
The Lord.
The Lord spoke these words. Grandma, the Lord spoke these things. Grab that Bible, shake the dust off of it. Let's actually read this thing. Don't shake that dust off that Bible. Keep going.
Come. Thus saith the Lord.
Thus says who?
The Lord.
Keep going.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn what?
Not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. The Lord warned us against this in our book. Your Christian pastor ain't gonna tell you this because he had a contract. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna tell you this. It's a lie. Keep going.
Come. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
And be what?
Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Come on.
Come. For the heathen are dismayed at them.
The heathen are dismayed at these signs. You know what I'm saying? The heathen are dismayed. They were scared of the sun God. They were scared of all of that. But the Lord told you, the Lord don't give us the spirit of fear in the scriptures. Don't be dismayed. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. I know they was chopping heads off then in Babylon. You know, it's gonna come. Keep going.
So,
Go ahead.
2 Timothy 1:7.
Right.
For the customs of the people are vain.
For those customs are vain. They mean nothing. Like I just said, giving the Christmas tree the gifts, that custom means nothing. Nimrod is not going to do anything to you.
Right.
You know what's going to do something to you? Eating pork. That's going to give you high blood pressure and the diabetes and everything else. That custom will do something to you. But you not putting the Christmas tree, ain't going to do nothing. Lying, stealing, being a whore or a whoremonger, that's going to do something to you. You might catch AIDS. You might get shot in the head for lying and stealing, sleeping with somebody's husband or wife. It might happen to you.
Right.
But then you putting them gifts under that tree is vain. Nothing's going to happen to you for that. It was a vain practice. That meant nothing. Keep going.
Come. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
They do what?
Cutteth a tree out of the forest.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest. This is your Christmas tree in the Bible. This is Jeremiah 10 and which verse?
Verse 3.
Make sure you call out the verses when you get to them.
Come.
Verse 3. All right? You Christians who don't read that Bible or read partial scripture. Keep going.
Come. The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
So they out there cutting them Christmas trees down. Like I said, 21,000 people growing them trees. They grow every 15 years and they don't sell till after 15 years. But they out there cutting them. They out there doing that. That's what's going on. That's what you're doing. Real or fake. Real or fake tree. We're going to get that fake tree scripture. I meant to get that fake tree scripture. They're talking about the plastic ones. You know what I'm saying? Because people are like, because some Christians be, I do a fake tree. I don't do the real tree. Cut out the forest. I do the fake tree. The scriptures talk about that fake tree as well. It's the same thing. Keep going.
Come. Verse 4. They deck it with silver and with gold.
They deck it with what?
With silver and with gold.
So they cut down the tree and they deck it with silver and with gold. That ain't enough for you Christians to not do the tree? Because the Lord just said these practices is vain. These are vain practices to cut down this tree and deck it with silver and gold. What they got? Deck the halls. That's what it's called. It got a song for it. Deck the halls. You found that scripture?
Is it Matthew?
I'm not sure exactly. I just know it's talking about the plastic and
Is that the word plastic?
I believe so. So
Okay.
like maybe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it for sure does. But read the one you got. You got one? Let me
Yeah, I got that too.
All right,
Matthew 12:33. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and its fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by his fruit.
No.
No,
I'm talking about it. So it might have the word fake or plastic in it. It was something like that. The scripture. I'm mad as hell that I meant to get it, but I got it, but I just can't find it at the moment. Salakia, people, it is definitely there. You know what I'm saying? He called my brother from Texas. Yashamar, he definitely got that joint. Let's get it.
Come. They fasten it with nails and with hammers.
They fasten it with nails and hammers. Like I said, my mom, my mom used to get a real Christmas tree every year. And we used to have to put nails and hammers in that joint to keep it up, water it, you know what I'm saying? The little thorns from the tree, whatever those things, you know.
Acorns or something?
No, the little
Pine cone?
No, not the cones, but like the little things from the tree, the little green it was sharp. They used to be sticking you in the house, you know what I'm saying? Spikes, like little things on the tree, the little leaves. They're not leaves, but they little, they'll be sticking you from the tree. You know what I'm saying? We had them all over the house. Even when the tree was gone, we was cleaning them up, stubbing our toes on them. It was disgusting, man. But my mama wanted a real tree every year. Like it was not a game. You know what I'm saying? She had that tree. And she decorated beautiful with silver and gold. The silver and gold lights, you know what I'm saying? And we had silver and gold frosting, like the little stuff like the strings, like we'll put the silver and gold on that joint. You know what I'm saying?
So like you can't forget about the black angel at the top.
Black angel at the top, the star at the top, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was a thing, man. It was a real thing that meant nothing at all. Meant nothing at all, man. If you wanted to give your family some gifts, give your damn brother a gift. Buy him a gift. Give it to him. Why did the damn tree have to get the gift before your brother? That night, everybody had to, the gifts had to be given to the tree, put under the tree for the tree first. And then your loved one gets the gift. Then your mama gets the gift. But you don't get the gift before Nimrod, before that God. The God Nimrod, he gets that damn gift first and foremost because it's for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, man, what you are worshiping and what you are doing on these days. It's not a small thing because it's not a small thing to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The Lord wants his days. He wants his lamb ate on his days. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they take it from. And so that's what they're going to do. So we got to get it. Is that it on that?
Well, a little bit more.
Go ahead.
Come. That it move not. Verse 5. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not.
Upright as the palm tree, but speak not. Like I said, it's worthless. Keep on.
Come. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them.
Be not afraid. Because a lot of people was afraid, you know what I'm saying? If they didn't bring them gifts, their heads was getting chopped off. And they was the ornaments on the tree for their children to see. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid, man. When you got the Lord with you and the Lord is on your side and you keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, don't fear nothing. Don't fear this white man. Don't fear nothing that he's going to bring up against you because the Lord will be with you, man.
Right.
If you're really doing it. If you're not and you think you're serving that Christian God, you know what's going to happen? Dylan Roof is going to come in your church and shoot every goddamn body in the church. That's what's going to happen. Dylan Roof don't come into the ISUPK and try to shoot no damn body. Because they know what time it is.
Right.
There ain't no damn Christians. We don't play like that. It won't happen. Hey, no bad talk. You know what I'm saying? All glory to the Most High. The Lord gave us the spirit of soldiers. He says he requires a soldier. Man, that's what he's making in the eyes should become the commander general of your hunter, man. No nigga finna, ain't no devil gonna come up in here and shoot no goddamn body. He gonna shoot his damn self trying to come in here, trying to push the door, but his gun gonna go off and blow his own damn head off. So like, that's how I see that. That's how I see that. Hold on, you know what I mean? Man, you know what I mean? You don't gotta worry. Read that again.
Come. From the top, verse 5.
No, just that part you just read.
Come. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about them. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. They cannot do nothing.
Right.
They can't do anything. They can't do, you know what I'm saying? It'd be an evil thing if you was serving the Lord, keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, and this man came in. That ain't happening. No, don't worry about that. They can't do that. That's evil.
Right.
You serving the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, keeping these laws, and then the devil come in this motherfucker and take your head off. That is evil, and they can't do evil. Nor can they do good. Nor can they not come and shoot up a Christian church of people who think they serving the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Nor can they not do that. They're going to go into that Christian church and shoot up everybody because they cannot not do evil, just like they can't do good, like the scriptures just said. That's what that's about, man. Don't be worried about it, man. You serve the Lord. Serve the Lord, and everything will be okay. You know what I'm saying? Things that the Lord allowed to happen, He allowed it to happen, and take that and be ready for that and understand that you are a part of a bigger plan. You know what I'm saying? But don't be Christian about it, thinking just, you know what I'm saying, because some shit's happening to you. Oh, I went to church on Sunday. How is this happening to me? It's because you went to church on Sunday. That's why. That's why it happened to you, because you went to church Sunday. Is the reason that it happened. The Christian pastor had sex with your wife because you took your wife to church Sunday. He seen her and he wanted her. You know, if you would have took her to church, he wouldn't have been having sex with your wife. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Let's get a little bit of that more of that scripture. That's it on this one?
Come.
All right, go ahead. Okay, it was some more on that scripture because Salaki, it's not a scripture. It's a article. It gets some more on that article, Salaki.
Interestingly enough, may have been among those pagan elements condemned by the word of God. Let's see how. The prophet Jeremiah wrote, it seems the Bible does condemn this practice here.
Right. So we just read it. It seems
Right.
that what we just read, the Bible does condemn that practice. Keep going. Right. It seems, I'm sure it seems to anybody who just heard what we just read, it seems that the Bible might condemn trees and shit. I mean, it's the things. So like, keep going.
Probably because it comes from another older pagan ritual from Babylon.
Pagan ritual from Babylon. You know what I'm saying? The older pagan ritual, that's where it comes from to keep it going. But it was so vicious and cruel that it stood the test of time. It stood it. And then the Romans were so disgusted that they put it into Christianity. And it's, here you go. Praise dance. There go your nice Christian Christmas praise dance right there in the church. Keep going.
Could the entire nativity of Christ have been there to observe this pagan holiday of old? During the early times of the church, could this holiday of the winter actually have been the day of the nativity of the Son? And him alone is sad, but probably true. People today might think they are celebrating the true Savior, Jesus, when taking part in Christmas celebrations, when they are and actually continue the celebration of some false savior.
Some false savior. That's what you worship. You worshiping a false savior, the Antichrist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like how you said Yahweh shot. You know what I'm saying? You worshiping a false savior, man. That's what you're doing. You celebrating Christmas. You putting up Christmas trees and all of that nonsense. You're celebrating a false savior.
Right.
That's what you're doing. It has nothing to do with the kids. Because if it was about the kids, you wouldn't put up a goddamn Christmas tree. If it was about the toys. If it was about the toys, you wouldn't put up a Christmas tree, man. That Christmas tree has nothing to do with of the kids. That Christmas tree is worshiping a whole God, man.
Right.
Worshiping the whole God. That's what you are doing. Thus says the Lord. That ain't my words. We just read that out the scriptures. Thus says the Lord. You are worshiping another God, man. It ain't for the kids. It's for you and your worship of Baal, Nimrod, or whatever name you want to give him. Keep going.
Okay. When they are and actually continue the celebration of some false savior, another older pagan Jesus, this could also help us to understand better why the Apostle Paul wrote to the Corinthians to beware of the subtle deceit of another Jesus whom we have not preached.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they get all right into this. This is an article that's going right back to, like, we got to go to the Hebrew Israelites knew. They try to warn you about this thing. You know what I'm saying? Grab that. We can grab it. Grab
2 Corinthians 11:4.
11 and 4 real quick. We can grab it. You know, since they, you know what I'm saying, since they referenced the Lord's words, let's just grab it. It's not a big deal.
11 and 4.
Yeah.
11:4. 2 Corinthians 11:4.
Come. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. For if he that cometh preaching another Jesus.
Right. Another Jesus. A different, you know what I'm saying? This fake one that's supposed to be the Savior that we just brought out. Come on.
Whom we have not preached.
Right. We don't preach that. We don't preach Christmas, Easter, Halloween. We don't preach that. Keep going.
Or if ye receive another spirit, which ye have not received.
If you receive that Christmas spirit, that's the spirit, right? That you could receive. Keep going.
Okay. Or another gospel.
Right. That gospel that say, this is okay. You know what I'm saying? This is the word of the Lord. The Lord wants you to celebrate December 25th, the spirit of Christmas. Keep going.
Okay. Which ye have not accepted. Ye might well bear with him.
Right. You might just accept it. You might be in your house decorating a Christmas tree. Because this is what you know what I'm saying? Like, you took it in. You heard it. You listen, you might be in your house with Christmas trees and gifts under your tree. Like, and not even stopping once to think, why the hell am I giving this tree gifts?
Right.
What does this tree have to do with Christ and his birth and anything? Why am I giving this tree gifts? Nobody stops to think about that.
Right.
Because, like he said, if you hear it, you might dwell with it.
Okay.
You will dwell with it. You know what I'm saying? Read that verse again.
Come. Verse 4. For if ye have come preaching another Jesus.
You come because they came preaching another Jesus on the 25th. The other Jesus, it was another one on the 25th. Hit me out. Hit me out real quick. Keep going.
Come. Whom ye have not preached.
I know. I know you don't do this. I know this. But I'm going to get you high today. Like, I know you don't do this. I know, but I'm going to get you high today. Keep going.
Come. Or if ye receive another spirit.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's December 25th. You ain't got to work. You ain't got shit to do. December 25th, you ain't gotta work. You ain't got shit to do. Give gifts and sell. Keep going.
Which ye have not received.
Right, I know. No, dude, you know what I'm saying? Give gifts, man. Worship this Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Why not? You ain't got shit to do. You and your pastor ain't told you nothing about the Passover. Your pastor ain't told you nothing about the Feast of Dedications. You ain't got shit to do today. Celebrate Christmas. Hey, so my bad. Hey, so but anybody, you know what I'm saying? Man, Kevin Hart said it best, laugh at my pain. Laugh at this is painful for me. But I try to laugh at my pain, man, to get through the horrors that's happening to my people. You know what I'm saying? To get through the horrors that's happening, I try to laugh at my pain, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a painful time. Especially considering what this day's supposed to represent. The Feast of Dedication, what it really means, and what they really sacrificed. That you should represent. That sister and brothers that give their lives and gave their lives for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? Man, I laugh at my pain from keep from crying at this shit like like this is some shit you would cry at. Like, really? This is the alternative to what really this thing's supposed to be about? I will slap the shit out of me. I was damn Salaki. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what it's supposed, this is the alternative? Like, boy, you are out of your mind. If you think these brothers gave up their lives for me to give gifts to a tree? Man, come on, man. Everybody got time to play with you or nobody else. It's going to be a misunderstanding. We have a misunderstanding. And the misunderstanding is you don't serve the Lord and I do. So either you're going to get with it or get lost. And that's that. All right? So we're going to keep going. So like it, people, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I ain't trying to cry. You know what I'm saying? But so to keep from crying, I try to, laugh to keep from crying at this shit. Because this is something that is worth 1,000 tears to see what we have come from the Feast of Dedication to goddamn Christmas. It's a disgusting thing. All right. So let's grab, how much time we got? Because I wanted to just real quick grab Luke 2:1. I forget what's exactly the scripture, but just to show that the Bible says they was out in the fields, and you know what I'm saying, they was great. They was grazing in the fields. They had, so when Christ was born, tax season. You know what I'm saying. And that's what was going on. Like, it wasn't no winter time. Because believe it or not, it was winter in the Middle East. Like, they had winter seasons and everything else. Let's get it.
Come. Luke chapter 2, verse 1. And it came to pass in these days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. Verse 2. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. Verse 3. And all went to be taxed, every one into his own city. Verse 4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David. Verse 5. To be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. Verse 6. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered.
She should be what?
Delivered.
Keep going.
Verse 7. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling cloths,
Mm-hmm.
and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. Verse 8. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field,
Doing what?
abiding in the field,
Uh-huh.
keeping watch over their flock by night.
Come on, man. Ain't no winter time that's happening. So just to give you context, that ain't happening in the winter. They in the field watching over flocks. That ain't happening. Like you said, in the wintertime, they was killing the flock. They was killing because they didn't want to feed them during the winter months. So it's better, hey, we got sheep, cows, and let's kill them, keep the meat. We need to live. Why, kill them off. We need to live during the winter months. We're going to kill them off. That's what was going on during the winter months. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was, man. So, so we like I said, it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It's going to continue to happen to you. You're going to be continue to get smacked and elbowed and DDT'd and finger four leg locked all month that you consider that Christ was immaculately conceived. Christ was not immaculately conceived. He wasn't born on the 25th. You know what I'm saying? None of those garbage, none of that Christianity. You're going to have to shake that all off. And we're going to shake it off for you. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to go put on the purple robe and be in the quiet. And that's what's going to happen. That's your alternative. Either you're going to get with the truth or get lost. Get with it or get lost, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how this thing works. The Lord requires a soldier. He requires a soldier. You got a little bit, okay. 18, okay. What's on Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 5? That's the one I'm looking for. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 5 if you could.
Okay.
I think that's the one I want to select. It's not. But yeah, no. So we gonna continue to do this thing, man. Now we love the Lord. We love the Lord. We have given up our worldly ways, and that's just that, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna fight for this truth. You know what I'm saying? Like common sense would tell you. Like, that's why that was one of my favorite things. You know what I'm saying? Sidebar. One of my favorite things about the ISUPK, that it was called the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
Emphasis on the practical.
Practical knowledge. Where are you giving the Christmas tree the gift? Practical, like that was why are you giving the Christmas tree the gift? What is the point? What does the Christmas tree have to do with Christ? What does the Christmas tree have to do with his birth, his death, anything? Why are we giving the Christmas tree the gift first before Allah? Like, why? Practical. Give me that answer. One of you fake Israelites, you Christian pastors, give me that answer to why we giving the Christmas tree the gifts first. If you can't give me that, stop with the Christmas tree. Destroy the Christmas tree. At least. If you don't want to give up the gifts, at least the scriptures say destroy the goddamn Christmas tree. Get rid of the Christmas tree. At least. Or hit me up and tell me why you keeping the. I would love to hear the argument of why to keep the Christmas tree. Hit me up. Hit anybody up in the ISUPK. Why we keep the Christmas tree, okay? If not, get rid of the goddamn Christmas tree in 2018. The burial of the Christmas tree. Nobody should have a Christmas tree. Put some lights up if you're going to do it. I ain't condoning any of it. You want to put some lights up, give some gifts. Let's get rid of the Christmas tree. Let's get rid of the great worship of Baal. Let's get rid of it. All of it is Baal. The 25th, everything. But let's take some baby steps with you. Get rid of the Christmas tree. Get rid of it. All right. With that, I'm going to say Shalom. Yahweh Hashem. Yahweh Shabbarakatah to all the brothers. Shalom. Yahweh Shemar. Alatham Hashem. Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. This is the ISUPK, the home of the truth, under commanded Journey Yohana, out of 125th Harlem, New York. You know what I'm saying? Get with it or get lost, man. Cross the fucking line, man. I mean, cross the line, man. Salaki. Cross the line. Do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Classes every day, Monday through Sunday. We got classes. You know what I'm saying? Get into them 6 to 8 o'clock every day. Central time. Our time over here in Minnesota. 7 to 9 everywhere else. Matter of fact, class is 7 to 9. You know what I'm saying? Whatever time you in, it's 7 to 9. We'll just do it like that. 7 to 9, whatever time zone you in, that's when classes start. Yeah, if you're in a different time zone, we go by New York time zone. Classes start in New York 7 to 9. Figure it out. We are intelligent people. All right. 7 to 9. All the classes, we gonna get with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to everything ISUPK Minneapolis. Minneapolis, St. Paul. If you're in the Minneapolis, the St. Paul area, subscribe to everything ISUPK Minneapolis and St. Paul. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything. Subscribe. All right? Monday through Friday. Pay your tithes, ISUPK.com. Go send anything in to ISUPK.com. Whatever you want to send in. Help us support us in doing this work that we're doing, regardless if you send in or not. Regardless if you sending in or not, we're going to do this work. But if you want to support some people that's actually doing work for the Lord, ISUPK.com. Get with it or get lost. That's us in Minneapolis. All right. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Alatham Hashem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters, man. Now I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Maccabee. Clap it up, everybody.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3:8-10 means tenth in the Hebrew, Mayashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation, which is Purim in March. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. All right. So with that being said, Israel, we are going to go ahead and get into prayers for the nation of Israel and the destruction of our enemies.
Amayim, Wapanya Hakwadam means stand and face the east. The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Haya. Shemka. Yahweh. Lafkafka. Taba'ah. Ratazak. Haya. Aisha. Baratazak. Kawa. Haya. Bashamayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakam. Call. Yuwam. Wasalakinawa. Kuwabwatinawa. Tatalakinawa. Kuwabwatinawa. Wala'a. Dabayanawa. Panasaya 1. Abal. Hawashayanawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. Watapura. Lawalamyam. Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
So, give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
And forgive us of our debts. As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha, Ayanya, Alharim, Mayan, Yabah, Izira, Mayam, Yahweh, Asha, Shemayam, Warataza, Aliyatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al, Yanawam, Shamark, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yashan, Sharmar, Yarsha'ala, Yahweh, Shamark, Yahweh, Tazakah, Aliyah, Yamyamta, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah Yakata, Wayarah, Baliyala, Yahweh, Yashamark, Makal Ra, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'ak, Wabawak, Maita, Wa'ai, Awalam.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
to the hills.
To the hills.
From which cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help comes from the Lord.
My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He would not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold,
he that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord shall not smite thee by day.
The Lord shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in
From this time forth.
from this time forth
Even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Bakah, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh. Bashem Yahushua. Abakashah. Nathan Lenaw. Hakah. Hakah. Larapah. Kal. Makala. Wakal. Matawat. Hakah. Latahar. Ha. Matazarian. Hakah. Lahakim. Hamati. Hakah. Al. Rakawat. Hatama Alam. Agarsh. Bashem Yahushua. Tawadama.
The power in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Wayar Sha'ala.
Yahshua.
Waha.
Waha.
Bayah.
Bayah.
Saparian.
Saparian.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Say the name of loved ones once and everyone repeats name once.
ISUPK Minneapolis.
ISUPK Minneapolis.
All the Israelite brothers and sisters.
All the Israelite brothers and sisters.
ISUPK Minneapolis.
ISUPK Minneapolis.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. Bashem Yahushua. Bashem Yahushua.
Bashem Yahushua.
The Wadama.
Wadama.
What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect.
Bless, heal, shield, protect.
Loved ones.
Loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth,
And all things living.
and all things living. Yahweh,
In the name of Yahushua.
in the name of Yahushua.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now,
Right now.
right now.
Sin, evil, and curses.
Say evils and curses,
Punishment and destruction.
and punishment and destruction,
Death to the evil.
and death to the heathens
That speak against us.
that speak against us,
Thy prophets.
thy teachers,
Thy princes.
the princes,
The Israelite brothers.
the Israelite brothers, and the school.
Sin, evil, and curses.
Say evils and curses,
Punishment and destruction.
and punishment and destruction,
Death to the evil.
and death to the
And
heathens,
shake loose the pockets.
Shake loose the pockets.
And shake loose the pockets.
and shake loose the pockets
Of the rich of Israel.
of the rich of Israel
That refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school,
Force their riches.
force their riches
To enter into thy sanctuary.
to enter into thy sanctuary.
Sin, evil, and curses.
Say evils and curses,
Punishment and destruction.
and punishment and destruction,
Death to the Edomites.
and death to the Edomites,
In their nations.
and their nations,
Their drug dealers.
and their drug dealers,
And their court system.
and their court system,
And prison system.
the prison system,
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood,
All the governments of our enemies.
all the governments of our enemies,
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church,
The Pope.
the Pope,
Islam.
Islam,
Christianity.
Christianity,
Egyptology.
Egyptology,
Militia.
militia,
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads.
Skinheads,
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus,
The lesbian movement. No, Salaki. The gay movement.
the gay movement,
The lesbian movement.
the lesbian movement,
Spies.
spies,
Workers of witchcraft.
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space program.
NASA space program,
Armies.
Army,
Navies.
Navy,
Air Force.
Air Force,
Marines.
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street,
Open up the internet.
open up the internet,
And the airway.
and the airways,
Cable access channel.
the cable access
And
channel,
the radio channel.
and the radio channel.
Convict the spirit of any of thy enemies.
Convict the spirit
No,
of
no,
me.
it's like, convict the spirit of any of thy people.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people
That seek to stop us.
that seek to stop us,
And bring swift death
and bring swift death
to the heathen
to the heathens
that stand in the way.
that stand in the way,
Or try to stop us.
or try to stop us
From broadcasting your word.
from broadcasting your word
Throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the terrors.
Let loose all the terrors,
Cause them to go to and fro.
cause them to go to and fro
Throughout the earth and destroy.
throughout the earth and destroy,
Cause the terrorists to come against America.
cause the terrorists to come against America
And destroy them in their strongholds.
and destroy them in their strongholds.
Let America shake at the hands of the terrorists.
Let America shake at the hands of the terrorists.
Let Yahweh
Let Yahushua, Michael, Gabriel,
come down with the flying saucer.
come down with the flying saucer
And kill all the heathen.
and kill all the heathens
Come up against us.
that come up against us
As we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all
That is the angels that have done it.
that it is angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread throughout the media.
Cause it to be spread throughout the media,
Throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Men of Israel, Elijah Shabbat, Elijah, Barak,
Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Rakatah, Kazamatah, class dismissed.
understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Of my true love's head.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.